Grand Rising heathens. We right here by 2J's. Before I talk my shit this morning, let's see what's popping. We got ice up here, y'all. It's 2J's right here, y'all. Clothes and coming weather. The legendary 2J's. Let's see what I don't want to do is we gonna walk up. I'm gonna go around, see what's popping this morning. Got a heavy police activity up here. By Just Pizza. Heavy police present. I ain't going over there, y'all. I'm gonna let them do their job. I'm gonna keep it moving. Understand me? They got Puerto Rican dude over there. I'm gonna keep it moving though, y'all, because I ain't got time for that bullshit. I don't feel like arguing with the police this morning over my rights. Like I said, I ain't here to blaspheme, put people on. But what I want to talk to y'all about, the selfishness from these so-called people that y'all say that's out here for y'all. Let me show y'all how selfish they are. Listen, y'all. I need y'all to listen.
An executive order banning men from playing in women's sports. Many Democrats are fighting me on that. I hope you continue because you'll never win another race. And it's just crazy. If you look at what happened with the boxing, if you look at what happened with the weightlifting numbers, where a record that hadn't been broken for 19 years got shattered. But, you know, they put up an eighth of an ounce here, an eighth of an ounce here, and it's 218 pounds or whatever was that. And hadn't been broken in 19 years. And then the guy walks up, transitioned, and he knocked out that record by about 100 pounds. That will be a record not going to be broken again in a longer. So we put a ban on it, and to protect women. I mean,
y'all hear that?
You watch the Olympics.
To protect women. All you heathens out there that say Donald Trump is a woman basher and this, that, and the third, you hear what he putting in effect to protect women. Let's go. But if you listen to these Democratic plantation house niggas, they'll tell you otherwise. Let's go.
You had two transitioned people that were fighting in the women's boxing, that women's boxing category. And if you saw that, it was brutal. What happened to the Italian woman was a really good boxer. After one punch, she said, no more. I've never been hit. It was a left.
It was like she was fighting a Russian.
Just a left jab. She got hit so hard, she said, I can't do it. They forced her to go out. No, go out again. You'll do it. Goes out again, gets hit again. No, that's it. She didn't want to die.
Exactly.
It's crazy, but
fighting the Russian.
The NCAA
you will lose.
has complied immediately, by the way. That's good. But I understand Maine. Is Maine here, the governor of Maine?
Here you go, right here, y'all. Listen.
Are you not going to comply with it?
Listen.
Comply with state and federal laws.
We are the federal law.
You hear that?
Well, you better do it. You better do it
You
because
better
you're not
do
going
it.
to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men
Y'all hear that?
women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding. See you in court. Every state. Good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one. And enjoy your life after governor, because I don't think you'll be in elected politics.
You hear
Every
that?
state has a responsibility to comply with Title IX.
Every
They have
state.
an obligation, a legal
Title
obligation.
9.
And we'll be enforcing aggressively, and we're going to be protecting our citizens. We're going to protect.
Key benefits about using Indeed is easy to use and everything is in one place. So Indeed provided.
I just wanted y'all to hear that. So when y'all don't get no federal funding, y'all need to hold y'all people y'all elected in y'all district accountable, because y'all just heard it from the president's mouth himself. If you don't comply to Title IX by not letting men compete in female sports, you get no funding. You're getting cut off. And when he cutting funding, federal funding off, that mean a whole lot of them programs gonna be cut, y'all. And you can't blame nobody but the people that's in your district that's not complying. You understand me, peoples? So when they start coming out their mouth saying, look, I told y'all Donald Trump was racist, he don't care about black folks, that's not the case. The case is these Democratic ran towns and cities is not complying to Title IX to keep men out of female sports. He's protecting women and little girls. That's what he's doing. He's protecting women and little girls. God damn it. But like I said, it only takes a little bit of common sense for y'all to know this. But if you listen to these Democratic ran plantation house Negroes, they'll tell y'all, no, he's gonna cut funding and it's gonna affect it. But they not telling y'all why he cut the funding, because these Democratic towns and cities are letting males play in female sports, y'all. Only thing they gotta do is comply. It's not that hard. It's common sense, y'all. It's common sense, y'all. I told y'all it's all about common sense. You know what I mean? So when y'all funding get cut off, all you mothers out there that gotta go in your pocket and pay for daycare, federal funding is getting cut. You know what I mean? And the only thing your elected officials have to do is comply by not letting males play in female sports. How hard is that? Ladies and gentlemen, that's not hard. You understand me? That's not hard at all. But see, these Democratic plantation ran cities and towns tell y'all lies, man. That's why I'm exposing all the hypocrisy that comes from the Democratic Party, y'all. Y'all gotta flee that plantation, y'all. That Democratic plantation. They the ones that's keeping y'all stagnated, y'all. Your own peoples. I keep telling y'all that shit. And that's a fact, not fiction. And I've been said that. Y'all got a video up. When they offered the people's reparations for African Americans, right? Guess who turned it down? It was more house niggas in the house shooting it down, y'all. I told y'all that. It was more house niggas in the house shooting it down. As you can see, Jasmine Crockett. What's she doing, y'all? Doge, Avengers, finding all this corrupt scandal money from the government off your tax-paying, hard-earned dollars, and they want to give some back to the peoples, to the American peoples, to show y'all that we didn't forget y'all. We just handling the business right now. But guess who's shooting it down? Saying no, the American people don't deserve it. Y'all already know. I put the video up. Jasmine Crockett. Another Dixiecrat, and not only that, she's part of the Divine Nine, like I said, y'all. Only motherfuckers out here capping is them house niggas and them house niggas from the Divine Nine. I told y'all that. That's why I told y'all, over here, we go get the facts and we produce the facts and we drop the ballistics, you heard? We drop the ballistics for y'all and let y'all decide. Don't let them decide for y'all. As you can see, when you let them decide for y'all, y'all end up in turmoil. Y'all end up in the worst predicament that y'all ever been in life. And that's why the African American community can't advance to that next level. Because the simple fact is their own people is always selling them out. And it's a prime example of what Jasmine Crockett doing now, y'all. I told y'all who's shooting reparations down. So when they came up, them bald head broads came up talking about we want to have a discussion about reparations. Fuck having a discussion about reparations. Did y'all have a discussion about reparations when y'all gave it to them illegal migrants? So miss me with that one. We just want to have a discussion about it. Fuck that discussion. We've been discussing this shit for over 100 years. There's nothing else to talk about. Cut the goddamn check or otherwise shut the fuck up. You understand me? And it's that simple. But see, these house niggas, coon ass plantation Democrat Negroes are the one that's keeping their peoples back. So like I said, if there's no funding, no federal funding, that means daycare, all you parents that take your kids to daycare and all that old bullshit, and y'all depend on the government to pay your half a share, and you might only pay like what, $20 a month, some shit like that. They about to cut that. They about to cut that. You understand me? They gonna cut that shit. And your little Obama phone that y'all got, getting on the internet with, guess what? That Obama phone, that's all federal grant money. They gonna cut that. Y'all gonna lose y'all Obama phones. You understand me? Y'all most definitely gonna lose all y'all perks that y'all fought for to receive behind a bunch of selfish ass house nigga Dixiecrats, which none of them, all of them are part of the Divine Nine, right? And the HBU colleges, oh, they cutting all that. They cutting all that funding. Them house niggas out there tap dancing in the yard. You know what I mean? Like on Stomp and all that shit, that's over. They cutting all that shit. If you do not comply, your funds are getting cut. Give a damn what city and state you from. So y'all need to hold y'all senators, governors, and local politicians accountable, y'all, if they cut y'all funding. And then they're gonna blame it on Trump, right? They're gonna play the blame game and say, see, I told y'all. And the only thing they gotta do is comply. Who the fuck want men playing in female sports, y'all? That transformed over. Nah, fuck that. Just imagine you got a little daughter and you've been working with your daughter all year. You've been working with your daughter all year because she plays soccer or something, or gymnastics. Y'all been practicing. Time, money spent to get your daughter right. And then here come a motherfucking man or a little boy and beat your daughter. And then your daughter come home crying. What's wrong, baby? What's wrong? Daddy, I lost. Don't worry, baby, you'll get him next time. No, you're not listening to me, Daddy, I lost. By a boy. Huh? The fuck you mean you lost by a boy? They had you going up against a boy? Yeah, daddy. And he was every bit of 6'4", 220 pounds. Huh? And they said he was only 13. Fuck out of here. So, ladies and gentlemen, a prime example of who would allow men to play in female sports after your kids worked hard, sweat, blood, and tears, and the man or little boy come in and dominate them. That's what Trump talking about, y'all. That's what he talking about. If you're allowing this to happen in your state and town, you'll get no federal funding. Bottom line. You get no federal funding if you allow men to compete in female sports. You see? You see how that works? And when these people start boo-hoo-wah-hawing, crying about the situation, and they say, look, our funding got cut, y'all. I told y'all Donald Trump don't care about African Americans. That's not the case, ladies and gentlemen. The case is your local governors and senators is not complying with Title IX by eliminating males playing in female sports. It's not that hard, y'all. It's common sense. It's common sense, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that hard. But they make it hard. They make it want to be hard, seem hard, when it's really not. It's all about common sense, y'all. It's all about common sense. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're on the edge of the dock. Fall in that shit, boy. The mud gonna kill you. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, who you gonna hold accountable when your funding get cut? You hold your local politicians accountable, y'all, because they not complying, y'all. They going against the grain, y'all. When they can say, you know what, we tried. You know, it's about the kids. It's about our kids' future. This, that, and the third, which they claim they care about the kids. Everything supposed to be about the kids. So if it's about the kids, why are y'all being so selfish? Why are y'all being so selfish and not complying for the kids' future? Not your future. We already know your future. Your future is being a goddamn hypocrite. You understand me? Getting a degree to be a fool. We already know your history, your future, but we talking about the kids' future that we claim that we here for. It's all about the kids. We got to put the kids first. They the future. But yet y'all being selfish by not complying to Title IX by eliminating males and female sports. So if the funding get cut, it comes from these house niggas, y'all, from the Democratic plantation, wanting males to pay in fucking female sports. They fighting more for these transgenders and illegal migrants than they do their own peoples, man. And that's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Now let's listen again what Donald Trump said. For those who's being bamboozled and hoodwinked with lies coming from their own peoples. Let's listen, y'all. Who's not going to be funded if you don't comply? And it's common sense. Who the fuck want men playing in fucking female sports? And this is what the Democrats fighting for, y'all. They fight for more illegal migrants.
I signed an executive order banning men from playing in women's sports. Many Democrats are fighting me on that. I hope you continue because you'll never win another race. And it's just crazy. If you look at what happened with the boxing, if you look at what happened with the weightlifting numbers, where a record that hadn't been broken for 19 years got shattered. But, they put up an eighth of an ounce here, an eighth of an ounce there, and it's 218 pounds or whatever it was that. And hadn't been broken in 19 years. And then guy walks up who transitioned. He transitioned, and he knocked out that record by about 100 pounds. That would be a record not going to be broken again any longer. So we put a ban on it, and to protect women. I mean, the women, if you watch the Olympics, you had two transitioned people that were fighting in the women's boxing, that women's boxing category. If you saw that, it was brutal. What happened to the Italian woman was a really good boxer. After
Like he was fighting a Russian.
she said, no more. I've never been hit. It was 2 weeks ago I signed an executive order banning men from playing in women's sports. Many Democrats are fighting me on that. I hope you continue because you'll never win another race. And it's just crazy. If you look at what happened with the boxing, if you look at what happened with the weightlifting numbers, where a record that hadn't been broken for 19 years got shattered. But, they put up an eighth of an ounce here, an eighth of an ounce there, and it's 218 pounds or whatever it was that. And hadn't been broken in 19 years. And then guy walks up who transitioned. He transitioned, and he knocked out that record by about 100 pounds. That would be a record not going to be broken again any longer. So we put a ban on it, and to protect women. I mean,
To protect
the women.
women.
You had two transitioned people that were fighting in the women's boxing, that women's boxing category. And if you saw that, it was brutal. What happened to the Italian woman was a really good boxer. After one
Let me
punch,
stop this real
she
quick,
said,
man.
no more. I've never been hit. It was a left. It was not even it was just
Let me stop that here real quick, y'all. Look, see this project funded by President at the time, Joe Biden, bipartisan infrastructure law. Well, y'all know the funding stopped for this, right? So this is why the shit look like this, and the trucks packed up, because there's no funding. The funding ran out, y'all. See that? See how that worked? So I guess they're gonna lead us like this. Who need to be held accountable, y'all, on a half-assed job? If Biden is no longer the president and investing into America, and he's out of the picture, who's paying for this? Where the trucks at, y'all? Is it over? A half-assed job? Peoples? And I'm telling y'all, when them rainstorms start to come, because I already see 3rd Street, and we gonna walk past there. Yeah, we get a nice rainstorm, 3rd Street gonna flood, y'all. They gonna flood them peoples out of 3rd Street. Because the fucking ground, as they would say, the infrastructure is all broke up from these motherfuckers putting pipes in the ground. Tapping into Subaru Park in Wisfis, right? Sports complex that they building, and they tapping into the lines and putting in new pipes and this and that, and we don't even know the infrastructure can hold that when it rains. So when y'all start seeing rain, floods in different areas that y'all never seen before, y'all know who the hell is accountable. All right, I'm just warning y'all. I'm just warning y'all and telling y'all, because I see these streets are all cracked up from those patch jobs. And I'm gonna show y'all. We're gonna do a video, but let me stay on topic with Trump ending funding for these Democratic ran cities that's not complying by eliminating boys and men playing in female sports. And this is what they fighting y'all for.
It was not even it was just a left jab. She got hit so hard, she said, I can't do it. They forced her to go out. No, go out again. You'll do it. Goes out again, gets hit again. No, that's it. She didn't want to die.
Exactly.
And it's crazy, but the NCAA has complied immediately, by the way. That's good. But I understand Maine. Is the Maine here, the governor of Maine? Well,
Not here.
are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
We are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if
I
you
hear
don't.
that.
And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding. See you in court. Every state. Good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy
See
one.
that? Fighting resistance, y'all.
And enjoy your life after governor because I don't think you'll be in elected politics. Every state has a responsibility to comply with Title IX.
Every
They have
state.
an obligation, a legal obligation, and we'll be enforcing aggressively, and we're going to be protecting our citizens. We're going to protect.
Have you been
Every
suffering
state.
from the after effects of a work injury? The good news is you're still entitled to a 5 or 6 figure settlement.
Every state gotta comply, y'all. Who the fuck want who want men in competition with your little daughter, y'all? Common sense, y'all. Common sense, but we know this party don't have any common sense. This party is far left, y'all. And they not here for the American people, y'all. So the Crockett's, the Jasmine Crockett's, the Al Sharptons, the motherfucking fat ass Roland Martins, and I told y'all, check their credentials, y'all. They all part of the Divine Nine. Are they Mason, Elk motherfucker, or Eastern Star, y'all? I told y'all we connect the dots over here, y'all. We can look and see these niggas. I told you. We see you niggas. We know you niggas. You understand me? We see y'all and we know y'all personally. You understand me? By the organization you tied in with. That you not here for the peoples. You might look like us, talk like us, dress like us, walk like us, but in reality, you're not here for us. You have a whole total agenda to replace your own peoples with these illegal migrants. These illegal migrants. Right? In the LGBTQ community, you want men to play in female sports. This is all what it's about, y'all. And this was the Democratic Party all about. And if you got a so-called man in your house that's capping for the Democratic Party, ladies, you need to check him out again. You need to check him out again. Because he might be not that man that you think he is. You understand me? Check. If any man, I don't give a damn who you is. If any man out there agreeing with men and girls playing in men and little boys playing in girls sports, something wrong with you. And like I said, ladies, you need to check him out. Because if he allowing that and he agree upon that, and you telling him, lady, like, no, nah, Billy's not going up against Sarah. But you got your weak ass husband. Oh, babe, it's only a sport. It's only a sport. It'll make her stronger. Lady, kick him out, ladies. If you got a man in your house talking like that, kick his ass out. He don't even deserve to be in your presence because he's not a leader. He ain't nothing but a follower. Right? 100% fact, not fiction. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. If your city and towns don't comply, God damn it, the funding is getting cut off. And who you gonna hold accountable is the people y'all elected. That's a part of that agenda that want men and little boys to play in girl sports. And that's all it's about, common sense, like I've been saying from day one. Just a little bit of common sense. A little bit. I'm gonna end this video here and come with another one, but look at the streets. That's what we talking about. Look at the streets. And we was just in Marcus Hope. They got stripes. They got painted stripes, the caution signs, and all that shit on their new streets, y'all. But like I said, I know, I get it. We don't have leaders that's fighting really for us like that. It's all smoke and mirrors, y'all. But we coming back with another video because we right here by this street where they did another patch job. All right, right back, peoples.